my friend, it's Pat Sloan. We are here on a crabby day, another crabby day. We have these every Thursday. It's Crabby Thursday because we're making Feeling Crabby, the pattern by Wendy Shepherd, my good buddy. So we did week 1 and I showed you the basic properties of the block. So now you're on to making crabs, lots and lots of crabs. I will be doing a table runner to go with this, with 1 sand block and 3 blocks and a pillow. So look, I had to show you the lavender one. So pretty. So I do have some crab blocks to show you from our ambassadors. They've all made a crab, or a lot of them have, and I want to show you how different they look. So let's take a look. Our ambassadors had a wonderful time making crabs. They did discuss with me the size of these legs and how tiny they are, but they soldiered on. So Carrie, who is from Pennsylvania, did a blue crab. I love that feathery fabric and the X background that she selected. It looks so good. Kathy in Maryland went with colors of the Old Bay seasoning. Now she's from Maryland, so you know that they're going to be showing off their state in some way or another. So I really love what she did here. It looks so good. I like the speckledy fabric. Kendall is from Australia, and so he has picked some batiks, and I love that. I think it's a white on white that he's got with the background with those dots. Looks like bubbles out in the water. They are awesome, Kendall. Laura is from Ohio, our ambassador from Ohio, and she did a unique take. She went and took the castle, the haunted house, and turned it into a sand castle, and then did the bat with the moon and made it just the sun, and then added her crab. Isn't this delightful? I just think it is so clever. Just love it, love it, love it. Lylene is in North Carolina, and she went with a boo crab or a ghost crab. I think he's so cute. I love it in this. He's not actually white. He's got a light color with a blue, but then the star background is perfect. Melissa is another Ohio ambassador, and she added some bling for the eyeballs. Look at those rhinestones. I love him. So a classic navy and white crab. And then Yvonne, who is also in Ohio, she came in with her seaworthy crab. Look at the watery kind of fabric that she picked. And you can see she had to do a little surgery on her crab, so she left a little piece over there on the right. So, yes. So thank you, ambassadors, for playing along. Everybody, they just give them a great shout out and a round of applause for their blocks. Wendy also did this full quilt where she colored it digitally, and so it shows a whole bunch of different fabrics, and I think that would be fun to take a look at now, again, because a lot of you are starting to make your crabs, and maybe you're thinking, well, you want to make a table runner like I am, or a block, and you want to see what some different fabrics look like. So let's take a look at those. The first is a fabric line called Splash of Color. These are batiks. Look how amazing they are. I love the red ones with the print like the bottom left. That is so cool. And this is a fabric line from Andover. The next one is called Lost at Sea with the fabric line from Riley Blake. This has got that sort of beachy Americana feel, but it's got heavy on the gray and aqua, which I really like. Navy red, gray, and aqua. Kind of a pinky red. The Filigree by Moda is totally different. It is grays and yellows from Brigitte Heitland, and the fabrics are just so cool. I love that dotted yellow crab in the second row on the left. Zinnia is playful and fun. Look how pretty they are. The floral crabs. I need a floral crab now. I think I'm going to have to do an extra crab. Maybe I'll have to do another one for the critter parade. And the last one that Wendy did in different colors is a Riley Blake line, Land of the Brave, a definite Americana line. I showed you that earlier. Look at the plaid. The red crab with the plaid and the flags in the navy and red ones. So cool. These are, look at the border. I love the floral border on this one. Now I need to make more crab quilts. The other thing I have to do is take this down from the design wall, and I thought, you know, it is just so much easier just to put those settings in between on the sides. So I've got the strips cut, and they go top and bottom, and then in between each one of these blocks. After that, there's actually a strip on either side because the 4 corner blocks are larger blocks. So this has to be built out just a little bit. So I'm going to sew all these on so that I can do that middle section, take that off the wall, and then I want to put up that UFO I found in the container. The one with the beachy fabric. So I want to put that up on the wall and take a look at it. So got to get this sewn and down first. Well, so much for sewing fast. I decided not to pin it. I would just hold it. Well, it slipped and it only sewed to here, and then I sewed just on the one fabric all the way over to here before I realized it had slipped. So luckily I only have to pull out this much. So let's do it. Here they are. I've got both sides. This side is the left where I have the 4 block at the top, and then the right side is with the 4 block at the bottom. So there we go. So I've got both of them sewn. I have sides on this one because I want to show you before I put the sides on the other. So there's sides on here, and then this one you can see doesn't have the sides yet. So I'll put those on and then attach them to the center, and this can come off the wall until next week when we have the next block. So it's all done. I don't know that I have arms long enough, but I'm going to try right out to the edges. Here we go. So this is the whole middle of our festivals and fireworks. And so there is a top and a bottom row that we will be doing still in the weeks to come for our Block Wednesday. But this is great. So if you have your blocks done to this point, you can also do the sashings like I just did and put them together. So you can get them off your design wall if you want to put something else up there. So let me put that UFO up there now and see what we think about it. Before I get that out, I got some royal mail. I love royal mail from Sarah in the UK. She sent this cute little card with a little sticker. Look at that. So in here is, it's a critter. It's a critter. It's a critter all the way across the pond. Look at this. Look at the bee. Look how cute the bee is. I love it, Sarah. Oh, so darling. Thank you so much for adding to the critter parade. Mwah. Okay, let me get out. I've got it all over here in the rolling cart. My rolling assistant. This is a quilt that I did. And I did it to try out the AccuQuilt when it first came. So that was like, a couple of years ago now. I have had the swimming suit fabric forever and a day. I've had the swimming suit fabric. I bought like a ton of it. And this needs trimmed. You can see here. See where I put the corners on, but it needs trimmed. So let's see what it looks like. I forgot that I have that fun middle on it. I totally forgot, and I used up some really favorite fabrics. The pale aqua. Okay, pins, need pins. So the pale aqua that is around the blocks, I'll get the other camera here in a second. That is something that I've saved for a long time. Okay, let me get the other camera. Here it is. There's this fun center. I totally forgot that I did that. I really honestly don't even remember doing it. But this is sewn in diagonal rows. 1, 2, 3. That's how this is sewn together. And they are a block. When you look like this is the block right here. And here is the aqua that I saved forever and a day. And I believe I've used pretty much all of it for this quilt, which I love. And I fussy cut so that all of the images, the beach images, are straight up, so we don't have swimming suits laying on their side. No, cannot have that. So everything is nice and directional. So what else do I have in here? These are some of the extra aqua that came, and the extra of this fabric that was around each scene in the middle of the block. Then my blue, and I do have some more of my blue if I need it, which will probably be for binding. And then a bunch, look, a bunch of this fabric, which is awesome. So I could do two things. I could put a border on it of either the blue, because I have more of the blue, or the swimsuits, you know, the feature fabric. I could just leave it. I could just, you know, there aren't that many points, so I think it'd be cool to just leave it this size, which is actually a pretty good size for wall hanging. I kind of like that idea. And then bind it in the blue, and then what I could do is just start to use this up for backing. Use it for the backing on here. It won't use it all. I'll still have more, so I could still do something else down the road with it. Just so cute. All right, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments here at YouTube what you are thinking on this. So when you give me your thoughts, give them quick, because this being a UFO, I'm leaning very much to trimming it and calling it a done day. I also could do just a small rim of the blue. I think I have enough if I wanted to do a little, like, you know, 2-inch border around it of the blue, and then bind it in that again, or like a 1.5 inch, and then bind it in that again. So to give kind of the image of this kind of big, you know, sort of fat binding. I don't know. There's a lot of blue. It's a lot of blue, so I don't know that it needs another bigger blue out on the edge. The binding might just be enough. So first I will trim it, and then I will await your comments. But they better come fast, because I'm not going to wait around. I'm not going to wait. This is one of these that's got chop, chop, chop. Got to keep it going. Got to keep it going, because I'm at this point. I'm like, all right, I'm on a roll. I need to get it so that it can go to the spa, and then I can enjoy it for a while, and then eventually it'll go to some charity. It'll be given away for somebody else to use, as they all are just about anymore. Okay, now let's go to the other side of the table and take a look at some more of those wonderful fabrics that you may have missed, you know, because we can't have you miss them. Let's go. We're going to dive into another group of the fabrics that the Fat Quarter Shop sent me. These are ones that they have quite a bit of, so that you can get enough that you need. And they are ones that you might overlook when you're looking at all the sort of pieces with a more personality in a line. But then I also have a group that's, you know, kind of nice for backings too. So let's take a look at the one I was just holding up first. Just great, great fabrics that I want you to see up close. So this is a really soft pink, and it has a little bit of lattice work on it. This is great for a background, because you remember I've talked a few times about trying to find a really pretty soft pink. This would work. Now, this is my Promise Me fabric, and don't they look good together? I think they do. I think they're awesome together. My Promise Me would be wonderful for borders, for a backing on the quilt, and for in with the blocks, because the scale for in blocks is just perfect. It gives you the roses. You're going to be able to see those. So if you're looking for a black fabric, this might be it. Now, another black fabric that I really love, it's a fabric line called Celestial by Brigitte Heitland. And it has this great line work. Look at this. I love that line work. This would be blocks again, border, binding. Look at this, black binding. Roll it up. There. In the camera would be good, Pat, in the camera. So I think that would be perfect. You could also do it for a backing of a quilt. It's kind of like, don't you think a teen would like this? I do. Okay, let's do some turquoise. A turquoise, this is a stripe, but with little flowers. So you could use it as a binding. You know, like I think as a binding, it would look really good rolled like that, because it's got that a stripe effect. Very good for a border done this way. It's like this way for a border. Okay, we've got some other great teals that I think are perfect for borders and backings. This one is of the Bee Vintage. It's a Bee Vintage line with the little round flowers and the daisies. This is darling. It's definitely kind of got that 30s feel to it, doesn't it? Got that vibe going on. Let's do another one in that series. Once again, from Lori Holt. This is the Stitched series. And it also feels so much like Grandma's Kitchen, right? Just feels like Grandma's Kitchen. Really, really cute. Definitely borders and backing of your quilt. I could just see this as a gorgeous, gorgeous backing. There we go. Look at that. Kind of like tiles. Looks like tiles. And then this one is also from that line. I believe the Stitched, yes, the Stitched line. And it is the crochet. It is like crochet granny squares. Look at this. So cool. I definitely would put this on the back of a quilt. So, so cool. Now I love plaids. And so Riley Blake has this teal plaid. See, we're in the teal phase here. Got one more teal after this. I think this is a fantastic one. And, you know, I did that, this basically the same size, remember, on for the binding. This one is printed this way. You don't even have to cut it on bias, and it is going to give you the same effect as the one that I did on bias. It's just perfect. Okay, I've got one from Tulip Pink here, which definitely has backing vibes for me. I think it's fantastic. Look at that. Good border fabric too. It just, whoops, I don't know why I keep going out of the camera. Sorry about that. That's a fantastic one. I list those all below in the description box. What do we got here? This is one of the Benertex ones. It's called Gathering from Chorus Quilts, Shelley Kavanaugh, or Kavanagh, sorry. And there's the florals. That is fantastic. The scale is good. See my hand on there? So the flowers are not super huge, and I think that that tossed flower look is really nice in the pink. Okay, we're gonna shift here to a text print. Aqua says aqua typewriter. Whoops, sorry. Where's my camera? Sorry, I'm just out of I'm out of control here. Out of control. Aqua. Look how cute that is. All right, there's just a lot of fun stuff on this fabric. I would use this in blocks, background, just all kinds, backing, all kinds of things. I don't know. I might have to get some yardage of this one. Definitely a keeper. Here's a little grouping that are all, now to wrap it up, all kind of Christmassy. So let me just talk to you a minute. So we're doing the Christmas mystery, and if you have not gotten your fabrics already, some of these might be ones that will work for you. So I'm just going to show you what we got here. They are awesome. Okay, first of all, let me just do the greens. There's two different greens. So the lighter green is the Fa-la-la. It's Christmas morning. So this lighter green is the Christmas morning. It's got like these little trees. And I think that would be fantastic on the Evergreen Mystery. And then the other is a totally different green. See these? This is a very olive green. And this is, I think, more like, I call them like true greens. And this is the cross-stitch sort of design, Lori Holtz. And that would be also a great green if you went that way with the Evergreen Mystery. There's red. Now you've got this one is from Autumn Love is the fabric line, and it's got little cross hatches. It's a great red. You could pair it either way. Look at that for Christmas. So cute. And I cannot believe there's still some of this fabric available. This stripe from Christmas morning. Look at that. Red and green. There's a little bit of aqua in there, but it is so fantastic for binding. Yeah, just give it to me. Give it to me. I love it. All right, my friend. That is a grouping. We'll do probably all of the last grouping of these tomorrow. It's got I have another collection to show you. This has been so fun to be able to give you a little bit more in depth into some of the fabrics that are really awesome out there that you might be missing. I am loving sharing all of these different fabrics that you might have missed or might not have really looked at that closely because they're part of a collection and you were looking at maybe the stars of the collection, the fancy prints, and these are the companions and things that are the helper fabrics that we need to make our quilts awesome. And they're super fabrics that can be used with the things that you already own. They're great fabrics to buy a couple of yards of it to have for different purposes, whether it's backing or borders or sort of setting parts of a quilt. Okay, feeling crabby. Once again, you are on the second row. See? Second row, first block is a lavender. And I hope you enjoyed seeing all the different colors. So if you haven't jumped in, you can go ahead and get your pattern and make one, 3 or 4 for a table runner, whatever. You can make the whole quilt like I have. Oh, by the way, the binding isn't on it yet. Just keeping it real, keeping it real. Also leave me a comment. What are your thoughts on my UFO? Do I just sort of trim it and go? Or do you want me to add some more? Tell me, tell me, tell me. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.